Dairy often finds itself in nutritional limbo. One day it's praised for bone health, the next it's accused of clogging arteries. But when it comes to uric acid, dairy plays a surprisingly complicated role, sometimes helpful, sometimes harmful depending on the type, fat content, and processing. So before you drown your cereal in whole milk or declare war on cheese, here's the breakdown of what dairy really does to your uric acid levels. Let's start with the good news. Low-fat dairy products, like skim milk, low-fat yogurt, and cottage cheese, have consistently been associated with lower uric acid levels and a reduced risk of gout. That's right, dairy may not just be neutral, it could be protective. Some studies suggest that proteins found in milk, such as casein and lactalbumin, help promote uric acid excretion through the kidneys. Additionally, the calcium and vitamin D in dairy may help reduce systemic inflammation, making the whole uric acid management system run more smoothly. So yes, that bowl of low-fat Greek yogurt may actually be working overtime on your behalf. But of course, not all dairy is angelic. Once you cross over into full-fat territory, especially with hard cheeses, cream, butter, or whole milk ice cream, the uric acid narrative starts to shift. While these don't necessarily raise uric acid the way red meat or fructose-laced beverages do, they can contribute to systemic inflammation, insulin resistance, and weight gain. All three of these issues make it harder for the kidneys to clear uric acid from the bloodstream efficiently. Think of it as background metabolic clutter that makes your body sluggish when it comes to purine cleanup. Then there's processed cheese, the cheese-like substance that comes in slices, sprays, or is oddly shelf-stable for months. These products are often high in sodium, artificial preservatives, and saturated fats, which can tip the inflammation scale in the wrong direction. They're more science experiment than dairy, and while they may not spike uric acid directly, they absolutely don't help your body handle it either. If gout is a fire, these are the greasy, salty logs you really don't want to add. Another subtle concern is how dairy interacts with other dietary factors. If your dairy habits involve cheesy sauces on red meat or cream-based desserts loaded with sugar, you're not just consuming fat. You're creating a metabolic mashup that promotes uric acid retention from multiple angles. The dairy isn't always the villain, but it's often complicit in the crime. And lactose intolerance? That's another wrench in the works. People who can't digest dairy properly may experience gut inflammation, which in turn can affect nutrient absorption and kidney function, both key players in uric acid regulation. So if dairy makes you bloated and miserable, it's not doing you any favors metabolically either. Bottom line, low-fat, unprocessed dairy can be a supportive ally in keeping uric acid levels down, especially when used wisely and in balance with an overall anti-inflammatory diet. But full-fat, ultra-processed, or overindulgent dairy can easily shift the equation toward trouble. Moderation and quality matter. Because while a cup of low-fat yogurt might help you dodge a gout flare, a triple cheese deep dish pizza is basically asking for joint rebellion. So go ahead and enjoy your dairy. Just make sure it's the kind that's helping your kidneys, not hiding behind a cheesecloth of false promises.